I just wanted to make another video showing you guys the new stuff that I'm using. As you can see here, the Phantom 2 Vision Plus and my Phantom 2 with the Lightbridge that I've been using. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a review of what I use and of what I have been using. As you guys see on this video right over here, my last setup video that I made, I explained everything that I have here, but let me just review it really quick. This one is here, my Phantom 1. I have a dual battery setup with the Zenmuse gimbal. I have a parallel plug, so you could go ahead and plug in both batteries, so I could run a dual battery setup. Also on the Phantom FPV system, this is the video transmitter. It transmits the video through this antenna. This is a 600 milliwatt immersion RC video transmitter. So that's the Phantom here. And just so you guys know, I will be posting all the links on the video description on how to get everything that I'm gonna talk about. Phantom parts, dual battery trays, everything on this video. So this is the Phantom 1. On the Phantom 1 video reception, in order to receive the video, that's what I mean. As you guys know, on that video that you guys must have seen already, I have a Uno VTX video RX video receiver, and this is the Uno 5800 with a patch antenna that gives me really good results. I have a Velcro to the back of the FPV monitor, and this is the stock remote that I've gotten some good results. You can see the results on that, on the range of this remote on this video right over here too. As you can see, I have a DVR. I'll be posting a link to that also. Little DVR. What is a DVR? Well, it records all the OSD data that you get from the OSD that is inside the Phantom. Altitude, satellite locks, speed, everything, where the Phantom is, everything. Also, I have this little bracket here so you can mount the TV, the FPV TV. This is the battery that powers the TV and the video transmitter, and this is the cable that hooks up to the battery right over here, and one goes to the FPV TV and the other one goes to the video transmitter. I'm using a 2200 milliamp battery, 3S battery, 11.1 volts. When it's fully charged, it's 12.8 volts, around there. And I'm using that to power that. So that's this setup that I'm using. And this FPV system runs analog, meaning that if you're starting losing reception, you see it like the old TVs that you start getting grainy and snow. So that's an analog FPV system. Also forgot to mention, I used to use this. This goes mounted on the remote handle, so you could put your TV. A lot of people rather use this than this one right over here. So that's that system there. Like I mentioned, this system is analog. FPV system is analog. And the furthest I went, like you guys saw in my video that I linked already, is 2.8 kilometers on that, on the remote and on the range of the FPV system. Now, this is the Phantom Vision Plus. The FPV system on that is Wi-Fi based. Everything on this bundle, because it comes with this whole bundle, and I'll explain to you what this is in a second, but everything comes all ready to go and ready to fly. All you need is just a smartphone that you put it right over here, and you'll be able to do your FPV. The reason why I have this here is because you guys could buy this. It's pretty cheap, and you could put a bigger tablet, and it mounts right where this goes. All you have to do is just take this out, and it goes right over here. Very easy to mount. Now back to explaining this Phantom Vision Plus. The FPV runs on Wi-Fi. Everything works nice and well with the application. The only downside to that is the range. But I'm gonna be putting on the video description a bunch of links that I've researched that people are achieving close to 10,000, 15,000 feet, which is almost 3-mile distance, upgrading or putting antennas on the Wi-Fi repeater, and also changing the antenna on the remote control. As I explained to you guys on my last video, this remote that comes with the Vision is 5.8 gigahertz. Why? Because the Wi-Fi is 2.4. As I explained on this Phantom right over here, is 2.4 gigahertz the remote. Why? Because the FPV is 5.8. So the more bang for your buck would be a Phantom Vision Plus. Why? Because it comes all ready to go. All you have to do is just get a smartphone and follow the links to extend your range on that. So it's very, very simple to do if you know how to solder and different other stuff. If you're a handy person, you'll be able to do that. Another thing that I recommend to people is to get the Phantom Vision Plus. Why? Is because in the future, as you guys can see, all the Phantoms are the same except for the radio frequency and the camera gimbal, as you guys know. Well, in the future, if you guys decide to upgrade, you could go ahead and remove this section and put a Zenmuse gimbal on it and put a different FPV system. But if you guys are beginners, just start trying out the Phantoms with this setup and it'll work really well. But yes, you're able to change this area, this section right here, and you'll be able to put a Zenmuse gimbal. All you have to do is just detach it and do all the different connections. So you guys can see it's the same Phantom at the bottom, it's the same Phantom at the top. It's just different FPV setups, and that's it. So yeah, with this system, it's a really nice system, and like I mentioned, it comes ready to go. All you need is a smartphone. Now on my Phantom 2, as you guys can see, I'm running the Zenmuse 3-axis gimbal, and I'm running the DJI Lightbridge. As you guys can see on this video right over here, I did a range test of the Lightbridge. I got 3.3 kilometers distance. That is about 2.1 miles away. So if you see that video, you'll be able to see everything in feet, and my total distance was 11,110 feet. The nice thing about the Lightbridge is that the ground station, this is what's called the ground station, and this is what's called air unit. Well, the ground station receives the HD video, and at the same time it transmits the controls. So it's a video receiver and it's a transmitter for the controls. So that's the nice thing about that. All you have to do is just plug this to the trainer port of the Fotava radio that I have right here. As you can see, it's an older Fotava 9-cap radio, and it works just fine. So the nice thing about that is that you don't have to buy a completely new radio. You could find these on eBay or in RC groups. So this system is working really well. On that video that I mentioned, on my range test video, I could have gone further, but I had to come back because of the battery life. Why? Because with this system, with the video transmitter for the Lightbridge, it's a little bit heavier than any other video transmitter, and it's been giving me flight times of about anywhere between 10 and 14 minutes, reaching 30% of the battery on the Phantom. You can see right here the way I have it set up for the antennas. I have the panel antennas that in RC groups, Blade Strike told me to use those antennas better because it gets in better range, so they're diagonally, these panel antennas, and everything has worked very well and very nicely. And this is where I put my phone, right over here, and I hook it up through the USB. So to review, this ground system takes care of the remote and takes care of the video. So inside my Phantom, I took out the remote RX, the remote receiver, I took it off. So the only thing that is hooked up according to the instructions is through S-Bus here on the Lightbridge. So those are all my setups, and if you guys need more help, please just let me know through my Facebook page, or if you have any other questions. I also opened up an Instagram, so you guys could see some pictures that I'm gonna be posting. But mainly, contact me through my Facebook page, through the private messages, if you have any other questions. I've been helping out quite a few people there, and I'm glad to do so. Thank you very much, and you guys have a very nice day.